Since COVID-19 and being in a lockdown, many of us have been using Zoom as a great way to have video conversations online. I've really enjoyed using Zoom for linking up and seeing others for exercise class and a chat group, etc. But it's not great if your room isn't so tidy and you don't want it on full display. So I was wondering if there was a green screen option, and sure enough I found something even better, which is the Zoom virtual background, which doesn't need any green cloth etc. behind you. That said, my PC is pretty old and wasn't compatible with the Zoom virtual background, although I could still use it if I had a green screen backdrop behind me. I then decided to check the virtual background with my iPad, and it works really well. In fact, I recently put it to the test and uploaded a woodland scene for my next Zoom session, and someone actually thought I was sitting outside. My knowledge of eye products is very limited, but from reading an article recently, it seems that the following should work with the Zoom virtual background without needing any green screen backdrop. So, from my understanding, you need to have either an iPhone 8 or later, or at least a 5th generation iPad 9.7 or iPad Pro. Okay, so let's move on and I'll show you just how easy it is to have a virtual background for your next Zoom meeting. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to show you how I set up the Zoom virtual background using my iPad. So first of all, you're going to need an image for your background. You might already have one, but if not, or you want something a bit different, this is a very easy way to find some free images. So, to download an image from the internet to my iPad, I first installed an app from the App Store called Any Downloader, which is a free app, and yes, of course, there might well be others, but this Any Downloader works just fine for me. So, to get started, I opened up Google, then searched for Pixabay, where you can find royalty-free images. From the drop-down I selected Photos, and for this example I wanted something with a bit of fun, as we recently had a scarcity of toilet rolls, and I thought I'd find something along those lines for my background. So I searched for toilet paper. As you can see, there are several photos to choose from. I made my selection by clicking on the relevant photo, which then opened up. I scrolled down to the green free download option and clicked on that. I'm then given some choices of what dimensions I can have the image, and I just stick with the option already highlighted, click the green download button below and select the size of the image. I need to then click the box to confirm that I'm not a robot and click the green download button beneath that. Now I have my chosen image on my screen, and you will see at the bottom of the screen there is an icon of a sheet of paper with an up arrow. Click on that and you will see a range of options listed. And what you will need is to click on the copy URL option, and then you're done with Pixabay. Next, you need to launch the Any Downloader app or similar that you've installed for installing images downloaded from the internet. Click Paste from Clipboard. As you'll remember, you previously copied the URL of the image. And once you've clicked Paste the URL, that will be in the highlighted area on your screen. Next, click Download, which will load the image to your iPad as confirmed by the message at the top of the screen, which shows Download completed. Then click Go to Downloads, where you will see the images I've recently downloaded, including the image being used for this demonstration. Yes, you'll see the same photo image a few times, as I need to do a couple of practice runs whilst doing the screen recording. As you see, next to each photo it shows Saved to Photos, which is where any image will need to be so that you can install it to your virtual background, which on mine resembles a flower with multicoloured petals on the top row of my icons. Clicking on the Photos icon will then open up to show your saved images. As you will see, There is a copy of the image I've been demonstrating to you. And just to be sure, I clicked on the toilet roll image and there it is, ready for use. Right, now we have the image we want for the Zoom virtual background. The next step is to go back to the main screen with all the different icons and scroll across to find the Zoom icon, which has a blue background and a white video recorder. Open up Zoom, and when you're all logged in, you should have a screen, Start a Meeting. And make sure video is selected as on, as shown on this screen demo. Click Start a Meeting. The next screen will show 4 icons. For this demonstration, I am selecting the orange icon, New Meeting. And then, as you see on the screen, my screen opens to display my current virtual background image of some woodlands. As we're only setting up the background at the moment, you can press Cancel to clear that audio prompt. What you need to do is select the 3 dots on the top right-hand corner of the screen, and from the drop-down menu, select Virtual Background option. Then, as you'll see on the bottom of my screen on my iPad, there are a number of images there, including the one on the far left labelled None. If you click on the None icon, then you will have no virtual background and instead the view of the space behind you, wherever you are located. Otherwise, if you want to replace that with a virtual background, then if you're doing this for the first time, you're not going to have any of the images already available as on my screen, but you will have the plus symbol to enable you to add images. So if we click on that plus symbol for this example, that takes us to the photos collection which we were looking at earlier, and all you need to do is click the toilet roll image and at the bottom of that screen select Done. Now, as you'll see on this demo, the toilet roll image has replaced the woodland as the virtual background and is also showing on the bottom of the screen as one of the choice of images. I'm just clicking through some of the other images to show you how easy it is to change your virtual background once you have the images installed on your Zoom. And just so you know, you can have a maximum of 8 images on your Zoom for this virtual background. If you want to bring in another image, say, all you need to do is remove one of the existing images, and to do that, simply hold your finger down on one of those existing images for a couple of seconds. A delete option will pop up on the screen. Select that to delete any existing image, and then you have space to add a new image in the same way as I've shown you on this demo. Just click on the plus symbol, select the relevant image from your photos, select Done, and it'll be added to your Zoom. Well, I hope that makes sense and helps you cut through the learning curve a bit quicker. If you have any questions, I will be happy to try and answer them. Thank you for watching.